Hi, my name is Adi Abodri. My friends call me David and it's Ireka. On the 5th installment of Career Engineering, I want to talk about the force of providence and omnipotence in the shaping of careers. The force of providence. After all said and done, after all your hard work, after all your incessant planning processes, after all your strategic thoughts, after you've done everything, providence is the force, the unseen hand, the unbelievably powerful manifestation that leads to career excellence and success at a level you can never imagine. I know many senior professionals who have taught their career building and management, and really engineering their careers was a function of planning, of purposeful thinking, of periscoping, of thinking potentially about what can be wrong. Yes, it is true that it is powerful preparations that prevent poor performance, but I've found out in real life that it is prayerful preparations, prayerful and powerful preparations that lead to superior performance when it comes to career. I've seen so many people who thought it was all about planning and they were shocked as the journey of life began to happen. Here's why providence is a very powerful force. After all said and done, the best of engineers have found out that the best of human intelligence can fail. Titanic is an example. Somebody said the person who was the designer, the engineer at the Titanic said, even God could not sink the Titanic. An ordinary iceberg did, right in the North Atlantic Sea. We have many cases of some of the most brilliant, most innovative ideas of man at the height of it. The forces that are beyond the things on the table. That is why legal frameworks have things like what you call force majeure. These are forces that are beyond the general understanding and perception of man. As a professional, you must engage providence. Providence is always engaged by the force and the power of continuous prayers concerning your career. Prayer is the force with potency that gives you the atmospheric conditioning. You sow the seed, yes, you plow, you till, you water it, but increase of that seed comes only by the forces of prayers, and which is a response which guarantees the response of providence at the right time. For example, how do you manage to be at the right place, at the right time, doing the right thing, and speaking to the right persons? Is the force of providence. After all your planning and all your intelligent gathering of intel and data, after all your strategic thinking and all the analytics are done, the forces of providence come even beyond your capability when you are sleeping, and the forces of providence help you to actually get to the point where your effort could never have gotten you to. Here's the danger. There are people who are waiting to continue to pray only without taking action. Watch this. It is your actions or your inactions that the forces of providence come upon and they activate or deactivate. If you don't do anything, you will face what you call providential deactivations. If you do something, then the force of providence comes on top of that and it multiplies it. Look, after you've done all your presentational work, after you've spoken to everybody and they've given you all their data, you can still get to the middle of the road right in front of the presentation and everybody says what you've done is rubbish. The only guarantee you have is to add the force of prayer that's rooted in belief and faith in God concerning your career. If you know that you really want career success at a level, you must be not just someone that is prayerful, but a student in the school of prayer. It is in prayer that you get the hand and secure the hand of providence. It is in prayer that you get insights from data. Data exists, and then there is information that comes from data, and then there is insight, there is intelligence that comes from information, and there's insight from information. And after insight, you go into what I call interconnection of ideas that were not physically possible, and then you now go to what you call the interpretation of outcomes eventually. All those other continuum beyond information is only gotten, especially from intelligence upwards, is only gotten by the school of prayer. Another reason why you must engage the force of prayer is that it helps you to calm down and see things that your human eye, because it acknowledges your humility and your humanity. So what the human eye cannot see is given to you. You begin to assess frequencies that are stronger than your ears, frequencies that are stronger and higher than your human eye. Your vibrations get higher because of the force of providence that is now aiding you because of prayer. The other reason why you must pray is that the future can only be guaranteed by the force of providence. After you've calculated all the equations about the future, by the time you get to 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, you don't know what will happen. You can only use past history or past data. At the end of the day, when 2 o'clock comes tomorrow afternoon, you can only have scenarios. The only person that has full understanding of what tomorrow will be is the force of providence. So the actions you will take, and you have to prepare today to take the exact turn. So how do you know which turn to take that will profit you at 2 o'clock tomorrow? Except the force of providence helps you put a certain word in the presentation that makes your presentation at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon make sense to everybody. Although when you were putting it in the evening yesterday, it didn't make sense. That is what the force of prayer can do. And the last I'd like to tell you about prayer is that prayer is the only assurance that your result will be continuous, it will continue to be perpetuated, because really you have no capability over the rain that reigns over the productivity of the earth. As you put your effort and energy on these things, you have no power absolutely. It's only the force of providence in nature that you enjoy it. My friend, there's no other way out on this last shot about career engineering. Go pray. So I come your way again on Eureka. Go and pray.